Hi, and welcome back to Member Connection. I am your host, Eric Knowles, Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce, where we connect the dots and we bring entrepreneurs to you. And I'm excited, as you know that, right? You know, nothing more exciting than helping entrepreneurs get the word out about their business. And today I have Miss Shawana McCray. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's Shawana.
Shawana.
No problem. Shawana, yes, sir.
Well, thank you for correcting me on that. Shawana McCray, and you have an interesting name of your business.
I definitely do. It's Krayzee Decor N More. The reason why we named it Krayzee Decor N More is because it's a play on our last name. So my last name is McCray.
Okay.
And we know that everybody remembers everything crazy. So people, places, things, you always remember the crazy stuff. So we definitely wanted to do something that was outlandish and definitely crazy.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we definitely remember that. Krayzee Decor and More.
Yes.
And where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
And grew up in Miami?
Yes.
Because we have so many transplants. Liberty
Exactly.
City. So where'd you
Yes.
go to school?
I went to
High school.
high school, Miami Northwestern.
Okay, so you're one of them Bulls.
Yes.
I'm a Red Raider.
By way of Turner Tech, though.
Oh, okay. So, entrepreneurship.
Yes.
What were you doing before you became an entrepreneur?
Since the age of 18, which was a while ago, I've been working in the courts. So the clerk of courts for Miami-Dade County.
Okay.
Yes. So I've been a felony courtroom clerk for many, many years before I decided to step out and do my own thing.
Okay. And again, what made you decide, okay, you know, I've got a nice job, clerk of the courts.
Yes.
Now I'm going to start this entrepreneur thing. But I was reading your bio, and you talk about your husband. Your husband
Yes.
says, you know, hey, we're tired of giving love offerings. What was that all about?
So we were doing events, and we've been doing events for years, me, my husband, and my children. And we would always say, you know, we're going to do it for love offerings. So my husband comes to me
So
one
in other
day.
words, whatever they give you.
Yes, whatever they give you. That's exactly what it is. So my husband comes to me one day and was
I was
like,
trying to figure that love out. Okay, all right. What?
yes, that's what it is. So just to give you a backstory, we did a whole event for someone and they gave us $50. So it was us.
It was a love offering.
Yeah, it definitely was. So my husband comes to me and say, you know, you need to change this to a business because ain't no love in these offerings people giving you, you know. So I'm like, oh, I definitely understand because again, I had to consider this is just not my time. This is
Right.
his time. This is also taken from the kids' time as well, even though they absolutely enjoyed it. The skills that they learned and different stuff, things like that, but it still was no money in it at all because some people would say, you know, I'll give you something when I get it. It'll never be given, you know, and you're there longer than they're there having the event,
Right, because
putting it together.
You got to get there before they get there
Yes.
to put the event together.
Yes.
And after they leave,
Yes.
you got to
I'm
break
there.
it down.
Definitely. And cleaning up. And a lot of times it's cleaning up plates and stuff that people wouldn't normally just throw away that made sense.
Right.
So we were there longer with the setup and the cleanup than people were there having the event.
And the love offering wasn't a whole bunch of love.
No, it was no love in it. That's what my husband said was no love in it.
Love in it at
Yes.
all. So, and again, what made you decide, besides the fact that your husband said, okay, we got to make this a business?
Correct.
Explain, and you said you've been doing this now how many years in terms of a business itself?
So a business itself, I've been doing between hosting and decorating for 15 years.
Okay.
We just became incorporated 3 years ago, so I
Okay.
can tell you that's been a long
Pretty
time.
much at the end or it's kind of in the middle of the pandemic?
Yeah, definitely getting right up in the pandemic, yes, sir.
Right.
So what made me transition from courts to entrepreneurship was being a felony courtroom clerk. I've seen a lot of death and sadness and a lot of things going on. So I said, wait, I don't want to be a part of the sad no more. I want to be a part of the happy.
So wait a minute.
Yes.
So you're telling me you actually stepped away?
Yes, I stepped away.
Wow.
Yes, so I am a
That's a
full-time
big,
entrepreneur.
that's to be commended.
Thank you.
Because here you had, being an entrepreneur, as I say, you have to get out and hunt.
Yes.
And you don't eat unless you catch what you're hunting for.
Exactly, yes.
And obviously that's business. But
Yes.
you had to, I wouldn't say cushy job, but you had a job. You didn't have to worry about.
Stability.
You had stability.
Yes.
You knew you had a job every week. You get paid every couple of weeks.
Yes.
That was a love offering.
Yeah, it was a lot of love in it too. I'm telling you, it was definitely a lot of love.
Yeah, and working for the government, the
Yes.
benefits, and
Yes.
now you're out on your own.
Yes.
And so, again, what was in you that made you want to be an entrepreneur?
Okay, so like I was saying, it was a lot of sadness. I was taking stuff home. For years it didn't bother me. I didn't have a problem with working, and I mean, when it was 4:45, whatever didn't get done, wouldn't get done, and I'll be back the next day to do it. But when you start carrying that stuff home, it becomes a burden on everything, your life, your health, everything. So I just started seeing that I was very sad. I thought about this stuff all the time. And I remember transitioning from juvenile to adult court because juvenile was doing me like that.
Really?
Yeah, I was having a hard time at juvenile. So I decided to go over to the adult system because I said, I don't want to see the kids going through it. So when I got over to adult court, I felt like it would be better. So after 15 years of being over there, it started happening to me again. So I just really prayed about it and said I had to find my happiness. And this is my happiness. I absolutely love it. I will tell you, since I stepped out, we have not had a slow weekend yet, thank God. We are booked beyond capacity. So to the point now where we're looking for more staff.
Actually, that's exactly where I was going to go in terms, because again, when you're running a business, a service business, you have to be there.
Yes.
It's not like, okay, well, I am not going to get up today. They got it.
Right.
No, you're the one that have to get it.
Yes.
And like you say, your husband, we're going to take a break in a minute, but that's where I want to go when we come back in terms of that commitment that you have to put in as an entrepreneur, because again, if you don't do it, if your husband or your family, say your children are involved as well, to a certain degree, it doesn't get done.
Exactly.
And what are those challenges like in terms of, like you said, you enjoy what you do.
Yes, I do.
And what you do is pretty much, I would assume it's mostly a weekend type of engagement, but I'm sure it's more than just a weekend.
It's definitely more than just a weekend, yes. So we have events all week.
Okay.
Yes, so we have events all week. We've been working with a film company, so we were able to do an event Tuesday. Then we turned around and did another event Wednesday. I also help out a city member, so that keeps me busy as well because those events are done during the week.
Okay. And that's one thing you said, and I'm going to come back to that. We're going to take a break in a minute. We're going to hear from one of our supporters, and we'll be right back. And welcome back to our show, and Shawana.
Yes.
I got it right.
Yes, you did. Yes. Great job.
So we were here talking about the dedication and the commitment.
Yes.
And, I'm sitting here thinking, well, yeah, it's events, probably more of a weekend. And, you're saying like, hey, I'm busy pretty much every day.
Yes.
And the one thing that you mentioned, where I was hearing, I think you were going, you have a connection with the city and you do stuff for, which particular city is it?
So the city of Sunny Isles.
Okay.
Yes, so I work with the city of Sunny Isles. Also, I do some other events. So we have a lot of people that call us for different events during the week. So the great thing about this business is, like you said, I am on the road every day. I'm doing something towards the business. I'm grinding every single day. But my husband is just as prepared or just as skilled as I am because I taught him everything that I know.
Okay.
So just like last Friday, we were able to be in 2 different places. He was in Miami Gardens doing some prom send-offs, and I was in Homestead doing a prom in Homestead.
Oh, okay.
So we were able to
Split
it up. Yes, very rarely do we split it up because we enjoy working together. But we were able to split it up and get the things done that needed to be done.
And that's where we're going. But before I go there, I'm going to back up a little bit.
Yes.
And you talk about Sunny Isles, and where I was going in my head was about relationships.
Yes.
And obviously growing your business is, I'm sure it's a lot about relationships.
It definitely is.
Talk about that a little bit.
Just being amazing when you have customer service or professionalism. That's one feedback we get all the time. We appreciate that because I believe in changing the narrative of Black businesses.
Okay.
I post about that a lot on my page because a lot of people are looking for you to be sluggish.
Or mediocre.
Mediocre. Great word.
And accept that.
Yes, but because we come and we give what we would want in return, the feedback is amazing. The tips are amazing.
I call that Black excellence.
Yes, that's exactly what, hey, listen, I got to use that now. I got to post that. Because I always say changing the narrative of Black businesses.
Absolutely.
So what we say about our relationships is that's what keeps us busy. We are not big posters on social media. We try,
Right.
but being as busy as we are, we don't have the opportunity to post that much. But having these relationships, these people refer us like nobody's business.
Okay.
So to just hear almost every call, every day saying, so-and-so gave me your number, so-and-so told me to call you, so-and-so said reach out, and to know that this is what is keeping us busy.
Sound like you the real deal.
Yes, I am. Me and my team, we do the best we can, and it has been exceptional.
Now, talking about your team,
Yes.
and that's where we were going to go, but I'm going to back up again.
Yes.
and talk about your husband a little bit. So are you and him together in this full time, or
Yes.
does he have another job?
He owns his own business, but I promise you, he doesn't have time for no other business because we work this thing. We are nonstop on Krayzee Decor N More. We literally plan our vacations months out, to make sure that we have time for each other. But most of the time, we're working this.
And I'm glad you said that because that was the other place I was coming back to. Time for yourself.
Yes.
And you were talking about before we took the break is, you're building your team.
Yes.
Because again, you as an entrepreneur, if you don't get it, who else is going to get it?
Exactly.
And when do you have time for your family? When do you have time, like you said, you plan your vacations out?
Right.
So does the business stop when you go on vacation?
The business doesn't stop. It just depends on the need of the clients.
Okay.
So if the client is in need of something bigger, I always have, like you said, a connection that can take care of it for me.
Okay.
But just being honest, I love being there. I want to
Right.
see it come into fruition. I'm one of those people that take a picture of an empty room because I want to be excited about what it looks like when I'm leaving, for my clients. So I'm hands-on.
Right.
Where I'll be in a few years, I don't know, but I think I'm still going to be just involved and dedicated as I am today because I love that part of it.
Right. And again, you mentioned building a team.
Yes.
Tell me about that. How do you see that happening? How do you see yourself going about building that team?
Okay, so we do exceptional tablescapes, and we do a lot of very exquisite setups. So I had a company come to me and tell me that it would be good, and it's funny, but it would be good if we could connect with the Miami-Dade College in their culinary department because a lot of them need to know tablescapes and setting up and everything. So I'm just reaching out to those that work in the chef industry or the culinary industry,
Right.
to just have them come over, and that'll be a big help because all the rest of the things we kind of want to be hands-on with, but that part of it is amazing. My daughter's in culinary at Miami-Dade County, and she's at Miami-Dade College, and she's amazing with her tablescapes because she has been working with us, of course.
Right.
She should be.
so that next generation is there ready to take over when it's that time. But you ain't getting no going anywhere anytime soon.
Yes, please tell my baby girl that. My baby girl is at St. Thomas University saying she's taking over our business, and we're not going
But that's a
nowhere
great thing,
anytime
though,
soon.
because
Yes.
that's is one of the biggest challenges that we have, not just as Black business owners, but business owners, period. You as an entrepreneur, you build up this business, and the children aren't involved. No one from the
Exactly.
family is involved.
Exactly.
And either the business, when you decide to stop, it's over.
Right, exactly.
And it sounds like you have a great legacy coming behind you, that legacy that you're building, and you have
Yes.
young folks coming behind you to continue the business, or either expand the business, help you
Exactly.
expand the business.
Yes, yes. So I definitely do. My daughters are very, very active in the business. I absolutely love it. They help out in every aspect. So even during the summer, the little one that's at St. Thomas, well, the youngest one, she's actually my administrative assistant.
Okay.
So she loves it. The only thing, the only issue with her is she's ready to take over, and I just want her to continue to learn and perfect her craft, because I know she's ready. I have another daughter that I can basically send to an event and she can do it, and I have no issues with it because she's that skilled. But she's been with me on this journey, me and my husband, the longest. So
Okay.
she kind of knows like the ins and outs of everything.
Right. It sounds like you don't have no issues taking a vacation then.
Yes, other than I'm on.
You can't let go.
Yes, that's my thing. Yes, yes, I'm holding on. That's what it is. I'm holding on. So yes, I'm trying to find a little Wi-Fi so I can call and make sure everything is up to standard.
Right, right, right.
Yes.
So what advice would you give to someone who is looking to get into the event business? What would you say your biggest challenge is?
Okay, so starting out, my biggest challenge was finding a mentor. This is very, very, very hard in our community because we don't want anybody to outdo us or anybody to outshine us. So we feel like we have to keep all the information to ourselves. But there are some great people out there that will definitely be a blessing on this road, and it helps out because it stops you from like stumping your toe.
Right.
And going through a lot of things that other people have gone through. I would say join groups like Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. Oh man, I could just tell you that this group has introduced me to some amazing people. So I love the people I've met already because they were already on their way to getting me started on events and helping me out, and just our introduction and our meetings at these meetups was amazing. And I would just say networking, building your portfolio. I know you're going to start off and it's going to be little of nothing, but it's going to be worth it.
Yeah. Wow. This has been a great story. You've been great
Thank you.
talking about your journey. If someone wants to get in touch with you,
It would be Krayzee Decor N More. So it's KRAYZEEDECOR, the letter N, MORE.com. So www.
give that to them again.
www.
No, the whole. Okay, go ahead.
www.krayzee, KRAYZEE, Decor, DECOR, the letter N, More, MORE.com.
Wow.
Yes.
And phone number?
786-715-3376. So that's more simple.
That's more. That's easy. Hey, and if you want to get in touch with the Chamber and learn more about connecting the dots and creating opportunities, call us at 305-751-8648, m-dcc.org. Thank you for joining us.